and welcome to the Classical Guitar Practice Room. I'm James Caldwell, and today I have another easy piece of classical guitar repertoire. And it is early December now, so I'm in the Christmas mode. This piece is "O Come All Ye Faithful," and it's from Stanley Yates' repertoire book, Graded Repertoire for the Guitar, Book 1. This is Stanley Yates' arrangement of this piece. It's relatively easy, and I think it's well done. And if played well, it captures the essence of this piece of music. This piece of music is in the key of C, and it is all played in first position with the left hand. So nothing difficult there. Also, he has included in the music very specific left and right hand fingerings. Honestly, it's a very straightforward and intuitive piece. So the fingerings are just there in case you're just not sure what to do. Let's have a look at it. It's in the key of C. The first measure just contains a lead-in note, the C, and it's setting us up to play an arpeggio pattern around this C chord. So if you just have your left hand ready to play an open position C major chord, you can begin the piece. Lead-in note, C, then the octave of C's beginning the next measure. Thumb plays the E on the fourth string, I finger plays the third string G, and M plays the second string C again. Next measure, we're going to a B in the bass and a D on top here. Finger 2, finger 4, open D, open G, and at the very end of this measure, the third finger will grab the G on the sixth string. Next measure, it's a C chord. All you need is the third finger down on the fifth string, and it's every other string, so P, I, A. One finger C chord there. B and D again. The one finger C chord again. And then just a finger on F, first string. So that measure is C, B and D, C, F. And by the way, if you're wondering, this B and D and this D and F, it's really just notes in a G7 chord. The last measure on this line, we're back to the C with the open E string, open G string there, B and D again, and a C. Next line, this measure has something unusual in it, but to begin, it's simple. Just a C on the second string and the A in the bass. Then the two finger goes down on E on the fourth string. We've got to reach out for this F sharp here on the fourth string, fourth fret with the open B. And while we're holding the F sharp down, keep the pinky down, the two finger will come down and get the A on the third string. So this measure. And next measure. These are just pairs of notes here. G and B, A on the fifth string with C, B on the fifth string with D, C on the fifth string with the open E string. So that measure. And with the right hand, he's just keeping the M finger on the second string for the first three beats, and then the A finger for the first string. So thumb with M, thumb with M, thumb with M, thumb with A. Very straightforward technique here. Next measure begins with the open D string and the open B string together, followed by the D with A, and then a short G into the next measure, which has B in the bass with the open G string for half notes, and then the third finger plays this sixth string G. That completes the first phrase of this piece. Now we get to the higher melody here. We have E in the bass on the fourth string with G on the first string, and followed by C on the second string. There's an unusual fingering here because the C is a dotted half note. That one. He has a 2 on F natural here, followed by the open E. So we're keeping our first finger on that C so it can ring through the end of the measure. And you have to be careful not to stop the second string from ringing when you pluck that F. On to the next measure, 10. First finger moves to take the F on the first string. And we have D in the bass, open B string, C in the bass with open E, open G string. with D, C with E, A with C, B with D. So that is. In measure 12, we have G in the bass with the open B string, a quick little A to G, and then C on the second string. And that sets us up for this next little phrase here. In measure 13, we have a C in the bass. Notice it's a whole note and it's tied to the next measure where there's a C as a dotted half note. So we're just going to pluck this here at the beginning of this measure 13. We're going to have the thumb hit that fifth string and we'll just hold that note and let it ring. So here we go. The two C's, B, C, D with the pinky, and in the next measure we pluck the C on the second string by itself. The fifth string is still ringing, and then the third string G. And now we have C and E at the end of this as a lead into the next part. Last line, measure 15. It's a C chord, fifth string, second string, first string, so thumb, M, A. Pairs of notes here, B and D, C and E, D and F, C chord with the fifth string, second string, first string, G, B and D, and then here we begin the march down, as I like to call it, with these pairs of notes, C and E, next measure, D and F, C and E, B and D, A and C, G and B, and F by itself on the sixth string. And right here we get the low E and a C. And now we're going to lay this index finger flat to get C and F and pluck the A in the bass with the thumb. And let's go ahead and finish it out here. We have G in the bass and C on the second string here with the open G and open E. This is a C chord with G in the bass. B and D with G in between them. A quick little C. And the closing C chord, you can do a thumb sweep. Or you could pluck it P-I-M-A. Either way. Let me play through the last 6 measures here, picking it up with measure 15. That is a look at an easy version of "O Come All Ye Faithful." You can get it ready to play in time for Christmas. It's in the Stanley Yates Graded Repertoire for Guitar book, Volume 1, and it is his arrangement of this classic Christmas tune. Thanks for joining me today in the Classical Guitar Practice Room. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and make sure that you're subscribed to my channel to stay tuned for more classical guitar related videos like this one.